So we have the official patch notes, completely translated, courtesy of Max over at Orangemushroom. Good work always. Maybe he's in finals, I don't know. It's been probably pretty busy for him, so good job on churning all this out from a little bit over a day ago. We'll mainly be looking over the differences between Tespia and from last week and the actual patch and what went live for Korea. So hopefully we can get through this in not 3 hours, right? Set your timers. But it should be able to, if I do Control 2, Control 1, yeah, I should be able to switch between these two. First of all, you know, the lighter accents, the more happy dreams versus nightmares theming, I think overall looks pretty cool. But let's get a quick reminder of the things that are in the patch, and then like some comparisons and see what they changed between between Tespia and the real one. Door. Okay, real quick. Oh, okay, so here there are already some changes highlighted by Max. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Welcome back, Ben. When we get these patch, probably our summer patch, so 6 months from now. Normal missions and boss missions can only be completed after you've accepted the Maple Legion Mysterious Powers Artifact quest and unlocked the Legion Artifact. So people who didn't follow, Legion Artifact, new system that is replacing the Farmville game in what's it called, in non-reboot. And yeah. But because we're getting it in Reboot as well, we're getting that as a source of damage, and they're taking away some of the final damage that we are getting in Reboot passively now. We're going to have to work for that a little bit to build that up. It's not a terribly difficult system, but it shouldn't be, once we're done with that and you have that built up, it's a little bit more upkeep, but it shouldn't really be a damage nerf. Depending on the class, might actually be a little bit of a damage increase. But on the front end, it's going to be first a nerf until we build that back up, essentially. Ability presets, also for people who didn't follow for that. Both inner abilities and still in party. Someone, goddamn. Both inner abilities and regular equipment will have presets in, or do have presets now in Korea. And on top of that, they've built full character presets, so you can build like one list of a mobbing preset for everything, for the hyperstats, for the Legion, for, you know, for all of these things, and then just click mobbing preset and boom, everything will change in one button. And then you just change like bossing preset, boom, everything will change to bossing. You might want multiple mobbing or multiple bossing presets, so there is more than 2 as well that you can fully preset. So that will be a huge change in terms of utility of switching all of your gears, switching all of your, right? And so one thing that they did on top of that is they removed the cost to changing your inner ability preset, which is really nice, right? Even if it's only like 2 mil or something, you might imagine if you're trying to min-max, you might be switching 4 or 5 times a day, maybe on 2 or 3 characters. It will add up in how much money that is. Just taking that away, because at this point, you know, old games back in the day used to have a lot of money sinks so that you wouldn't have to keep track of all of the money that was going around in video games, because, you know, everyone who has 10 meso, you have to keep track of where the 10 meso is. If you give people billions, you have way more meso to keep track of. So you have systems in the game that drains the money out so that you can, you know, let go of those meso. You don't have to keep track of where they are. Yeah, of course, if people don't spend 2 mil on inner ability presets, they're going to just spend it on a cube later, right? So, or in revealing potential. So that money is going to drain away anyway. And at this point, I hope the technology is better at keeping tracks of large amounts of money. Terra Blink, the event participation requirements have been expanded. So, oh god, what was Terra Blink again? It was like Blink and you're level 200, right? The event is available to all level 10 or higher hyper-burning characters, or hyper-burning 0 characters that have completed story quest 2. Now I need to be reminded what the hell Terra Blink was again. Terra Blink was like an extra map. Oh yeah, special map, so you can get to level 200 in like 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah, so literally just blink and you're 200. Yeah, gotcha. Burning World, you cannot early world leap from Burning World if you have the following items unused in your inventory. Valuable items. Okay, just transfer them then, I guess. 6-job common core. After the previous test world update, we reviewed I don't know why I said that. We reviewed the various opinions sent by players regarding the common core and decided that the following areas needed improvements. Improving the values of the common core itself, improving the growth acceleration effect, reinforcing the effectiveness of enhancing the core even when the need for hunting assistance was relatively lower. To do this, we have increased the additional experience acquired buff from 50% to 100% at level 30, and have adjusted the boost per level. In addition, Soljanus Dawn and Soljanus Twilight's damage have been slightly increased to improve combat effectiveness, and for Soljanus Dawn, considering the short activation cycles, we have adjusted the HP consumed when it activates. We also make some other adjustments to the two skills activation methods and conditions, including error fixes. Now, when I first saw the skill and saw that action, it seemed like something that they maybe wouldn't want to do, because it feels like endgame mobbing for everyone is now going to be exactly the same. You can pretty much cover like half of a huge map, and then you only have to do the other half of the map by yourself. No, they just doubled down. They doubled the EXP from it and increased the damage as well. So basically, if you have this maxed, it's like you have level 10 burn on your map as like a baseline for your EXP. So did we get to Terra Blink? No, this is KMS Korea. This is 6 months away. Yeah, 600 boost, 100 damage increase from 630 to 690, so almost 10% more final damage there. And the damage increase from 945 to 1035 at level 30 for Twilight. So it's like an actual after image damaging skill when you're mobbing. Both of these only for mobbing, of course. HP consumed activated has been decreased from 5% to 1% max HP. Okay. These are some pictures of what Luckline's gonna look like. And a lot of snow in that boat. Excuse me. Okay, we can already see some of the rewards. Ooh, what is that thing? Little derpy flying dinosaurs, okay. There's the skill changes. Yep, okay. Yeah, so we'll mostly try to, so there's been a minor patch, so we'll look at that. But we'll mostly look at those differences to make sure that we have, yeah, again, not like a 3-hour rundown of all of this stuff. But we already looked at the differences here. So you see it goes up to 100% and does more damage. The passive effect jumps every 10 levels. 10% at level 1. Oh my god, it's already going to be 10% at level 1. Worth. 26% at level 9. 37% at level 10. Oh god, that scales so quickly because it has to get to 100%. 37 at level 10, 55 at level 19, 67% at level 20, 85% at level 29, and 100% at level 30. Damn. They're really trying to get KMS to catch up with with GMS in terms of getting the first level 300. It's not going to work though. We got them totems. And then changes for this already. The number of cycles increases at specific levels. 1 at level 1, 2 at level 10, and 3 at level 20. Gotcha. Wait. Cycles? Oh, a cycle. They just call this a cycle. Okay, so one of the summons. Gotcha. And extra damage here. Skill damage will be increased based on the following skills final damage boosts. They added Soulmaster's Falling Moon. Soulmaster, of course, is the Dawn Warrior. So I don't think the cost for the... No, for ranking it up changed at all. So the total cost in cores is 6,268 to get it to level 30. And of course 208 energy, so you can't really... Or Soul Urda. So you can't really stock up on just all the energy before the update and then just immediately max it. You can get a head start on it. But yeah, as you can see that even getting it to like level 9 relatively quickly, or like getting it to level 10, will immediately get you to, how much was it? 37? 37% extra EXP, which is more than what your Decent Holy Symbol is doing, right? So it's like 1.5 Decent Holy Symbols. Also the skill is supposed to be pronounced like Janus, according to the Korean name. No, Janus is how you say it. What, Koreans and vowels have never been the strongest. Huh? Wait, is this a side map of Karsion? Dude, look at how big these things are. He just has one here. With one, he can already, like... This is a pretty decently sized map. Well, he's also Wind Archer, so stuff is flying around. But he can, like, full clear this map, like, no problemo. With just one of those up there. It's just... It's so fucking... I fully thought that they were going to make the AoE smaller for it. But instead, they kept it the same, made it do more damage, and gave it more base EXP. This is a... It's gonna be game changer. Yeah, it's revolutionary shit. Okay, then the Legion artifact. So they talked about. So yeah, I guess to recap that whole system, basically you unlock these little gem dudes, and then the gems can be rolled for a buff. Let's just read through it real quickly. You get artifact EXP and artifact points by completing the missions. There'll be normal missions that reset on a daily basis. There'll be boss missions that reset on a weekly basis. And then there are special missions, kind of like achievements. All of that gets thrown up into a big old pile. There's a lot of it. Okay, there's an insane amount. Then you can collect artifact EXP to grow your artifact level. As the artifact level increases, you'll be given artifact AP, which is used to grow the existing crystals. And the limit for holding artifact points will be increased, and the number of usable crystals will be increased at certain levels. Artifact points are used to change artifact crystals' stats, extend their duration, and reset the AP. You can acquire various stats through artifact crystals. Depending on your artifact level, you can use a specific number of crystals. Level 1 or higher, 3, level 10, 4, etc. Until at level 60, the max is 9. By the way, let me send can I set up can I set up my boss in the Abyssal Expedition real quick? Because that is something that we want to not forget to get some boxes. Yo, I got the Nautilus Strike, by the way. You guys jealous? I got Nautilus Strike already. Can't even use it yet? Where'd Maple go? Want to make Legion more complicated? No, this just has Legion in the name as well. This isn't part of Legion at all. It's just also something that grows... Oh yeah, I got a Zakum helmet, by the way. I got level 210 attack fan over here. I've got a 4 attack speed common. Oh, I got this one, Shadow Warrior Sword. Look at this dude, Nautilus. Now I get why they said it. Here, I got Octopunch, 10 enemies hit, 8 lines, and I got Nautilus Strike. 416% damage on 15 enemies, attack 7 times. Sounds broken, yo. Oh wait, I forgot. Did I put the damage skill in here? Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, pretty much single targeting. Let's see how long it takes now to kill this guy. Oh. Barely loaded in and he's gone. Nice. Easy. Okay. So it'll be a little bit of a build-up process in the beginning for people who have nothing built yet on their account, right? But people who are already farther in their account will get a lot of points really quickly, be able to level up a bunch of stuff really quickly. Each crystal can have up to 3 different types of stats from the following list. So this is basically like a mini hexa stat situation kind of thing. You'll be able to fully max... oh god, what was it again? Fully max out 11 of this? No. 9. How many are there again? 1, 2, 3, 4. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16? And then, if I remember correctly, you can fully level up. Because it's 9 crystals, and they have 3 lines. So it's 27, but they're all half, so 13 and a half. but I think you'll be able to max 12 of them completely, and then 3 you'll be able to max, or you'll be able to get to half of max, basically. So pick the 12 that are the most important, and then focus on maxing those out, and then the 3 that give you something, but are at least, are still the most important from the remaining 4. Get 3 of those to like half level, basically. That's going to be the goal. A bunch of those are like brain dead. It's kind of like selecting link skills, where a bunch of them are super obvious on which ones you want, and the other ones like pretty obvious as well, that those are definitely less important for your account. I mean, there's going to be extra EXP. There's going to be extra drop rate and meso obtain. Remember, again, for reboot, because it's like like additive base amount, that the meso acquisition rate is going to go like 70 x6, right? So it's going to use 70. What is it, 74%? Item drop rate, nice to stack with everything, because we want those pitches. Using the second version feature on a crystal, it consumes 500 artifact points. You'll be able to move them around a little bit if you are stuck. Crystals can grow in rank by using the artifact AP, so that's one of those currencies we just talked about. And they can go up to level 5, which will increase the size of the buff of the line on them, basically. So the artifact effect is applied by adding up all of the stat level boosts of all the crystals. However, each stat will only apply up to level 10. So you'll see here that that's like the max for any individual stat, and then level 10 will equate to the number that's on there, essentially, as the max. Each crystal has its own stat duration applied. Crystals whose stat, so all of these crystals are also temporary, but don't fret. It is a little bit extra tedious that you have to keep like refreshing them, but there's an option to say like extend all, and it'll just, you don't have to pay full price. It'll just take the duration that you're still away from maxing out the duration, and then you're able to just click max all. So again, if you're in the beginning of the system, it's going to take a little bit more effort on like min-maxing on what to do with everything. But if you're already a little bit further in and your account is already better built, you'll get plenty of energy, of like necessary resources, that you'll just be able to fully keep everything up, even without paying like a fuck ton, if you're just doing like your symbol did. So Max talks about it here. So you get missions. They basically wanted to make it so that you get the energy from just playing the game already, and that it's like extra value from what you're already doing. Also for reboot, that you don't really have to go out of your way to get back that final damage that you just lost, kind of thing, right? So if you do normal and boss missions by just doing your dailies and your weeklies, you'll get a whole bunch of artifact EXP. As you get artifact EXP, artifact level go up, unlocking more crystals, and when the artifact level goes up, you also get the AP, and then you level your existing crystals. Each crystal can have 3 different stats. Level 5 crystal will increase the 3 stats by level 5. Like, it's not individual, it's just all the same rank, right? In that sense, it's a little bit different than the Hexa stat. So it's more like a trio core, true. Each crystal has a 30-day duration. You can pay artifact points to extend them up to 30 days. You do not lose the crystal if you let the duration expire. It goes like inactive, and then you could just reactivate it. So if you go directly to the end of the system, you'd have a total of 9 crystals at level 5. You could max out a total of 12 stats and half boost 3 other ones, so that's what I mentioned before. Smart commenter noted you can actually max out 13 stats and half boost 1 other stat if you are careful with the exact stat placements. Yes, that is also true, of course. Because you can like mix and match, again, kind of like with boost nodes, right? So you could make it so that you have 13 fully boosted and then 1/2, but you'll have to make sure that you're tetrising the lines properly. You need a total of 9,000 artifact points per month to keep all 9 active. That sounds like a lot, but that really isn't. So if you could scroll up there again, like, and look through a list of like all the stuff. There are some, remember though that the achievements that are in there, or like the special missions, right, kind of like achievements that will give you a bunch of points, those will retroactively immediately give you points on the moment that the system comes out. So we'll probably talk about that a little bit more in like the month or so running up to the system coming out for GMS, and start like planning out, working on that a little bit, so you can make sure that your account is like built up to immediately take advantage of the system when it comes out and get a whole bunch of points immediately, so you can start building it out. Monster Life is no longer being used, because that is the system that is basically making way for this system, right? So that is getting cut. I don't know if they changed anything between the Tespia. I saw someone comment on what to do with the old stuff, though, but I don't really play non-reboot, so I can't really know. Hold like what that system really does. I have no idea on Monster Life itself. That's the Farmville thing I was talking about. Monster potential stats will no longer be applied. When official server is updated, you can acquire artifact EXP based on your existing Monster Life's farm, level, and experience through the Maple admin. Someone was asking about Waru. I think the Waru is just completely gone. You can exchange 20 accumulated experience in Monster Life farms at 1 artifact EXP. And that's going to be their exchange from the looks of it. So there's the reboot, the change in the final damage. Remember, when you're talking about final damage difference, make sure you are using maths correctly there. And you're not saying, you know, even though it's a 20% final damage reduction, it doesn't mean you're losing 20% of your final damage, right? Because it is a stat, you're losing 20 final damage points on 165, so your damage is going from 165% to 145%, which is 20% final damage stat, but it's not 20% of your final damage, right? Or you can also look at in terms of you're losing 20% of your 65%, so your final damage boost is going down by a percentage. What is it, like 30% or something, right? 31%. There's a lot of different ways of using percentages there, so be careful when you're talking about that, or when you hear other people talk about that. Make sure that they are using it correctly, or that you know exactly what they are talking about before you repeat any of those numbers and mess it up maybe a little bit, right? So more Soul Urda and more Tura Burning vouchers in the non-reboot cash shop. Not too much for us there as reboot users. And they added Artifact Booster for non-reboot because, you know, they need all the help they can get out there. They're not playing reboot, so you got to give them that. Then there's Anvil for pets. That seems like that's all just going through in the same way, just to make the pets look like other pets, so you don't have to rebuy them. This picture looks new to me. All Jobs Illustration Collection Adventures sale will run from December 21st to December 17th. Oh. You can purchase each package separately for 30.5k NX, one outfit and an adventure hair coupon, or purchase the legendary adventure pack for 100k NX, which includes 15 selective adventure package vouchers and adventure title voucher. You can see all of them here. Now this job, some jobs have gender-specific items. Ice Lightning Mage includes a bonus item for females only, female characters only. The adventure hair coupon that comes with each package lets you choose. Okay. So translating that, so the packages look like this. Okay. $100 for all of them, or 13.5k for one. Considering how much sets cost, it seems like a decent deal. 5-ish for a weapon, 3. However they divide it doesn't really matter, I guess. Okay, we're gonna see a lot of people with this kind of stuff around. Yeah, they're probably going to be printing money with this. Whoa, the Pathfinder effects. Like they weren't already like purple and bluish enough. Oh, I feel like I'm going to have to get this one for my Cannoneer with that hair. Oh no, did we get rid of the mohawk? We might want to just keep the mohawk, honestly. I think it fits. This ugly ass cannon, I love it. Giant rocket in it. Okay, these do look pretty cool. Oh yeah, in here you can see all the hairs and all the... Wait, this one has the hairband in it, but this one doesn't? Oh, it's a special bonus item. Oh, gotcha. So you can... And then the earring. So you can choose to add that or not. On top of the hair. But for the Buccaneer, it's part of the hair. The hairband is in there. Gotcha. Okay. Wait, it does mean that you could wear some weird-ass headband, like a Damien bandana, and then a mouth mask, and you basically have like 3 layers. You'd be like the tricolore. What's that ice cream? The Neapolitan ice cream face. Okay, interesting. Okay, now we get to the presets. So as you can see, 3 presets. So you know, one for probably what you want to do is one for all-purpose mobbing, one for bossing against weak bosses, so full damage. Same thing like Culvert. And then one for harder difficulty bossing, so a little bit more built on survivability and built on, yeah, not mostly the equips, right? But that'll be like the full character preset, so might be more. Well, I guess for the equips, your preset will probably be one for meso and as much drop rate as you can, one for full drop rate, and then one for full damage. That will be for equipment. But when you go to link skills, you probably have one for more survivability, one for full damage, and then one for mobbing, pretty much. So you'll have to like make some different presets with that. Yeah, here you see the inner ability, also with the 3 presets, and then with the honor EXP right below there. So with that in mind, we have inner ability event today, and we have, I believe, 2 more during New Age. So remember that the value of Honor EXP has gone up a lot with this change coming in Korea. Honor EXP is, in general, a pretty slow resource and takes a long time to build up and all that stuff. And therefore, up until now, your Honor EXP a lot of times was like, oh, once you like circulate your unique line and you get your top line back with rolling, you just doom roll your 3rd line and you just throw all your Honor EXP in there, and there's not really any loss there, right? But now there is, starting that we have this confirmed, there is. So don't doom roll for a 3rd line, right? If you have 1.5 line on your inner ability, or you have 2 lines on your inner ability, right? Stop, stand, start saving up your honor for like a min-max. And also, if you're going to be min-maxing, you're going to try to make your late game, your end game inner ability. Look very closely at the changes in these systems, right? And we talked about the artifact, Legion artifact as well. There's going to be a lot of critical rate coming in there. So most classes are no longer at all going to need critical rate in their inner abilities, in your final inner abilities anymore. You're going to be able to get that crit rate from that, right? From the artifact, Legion artifact, right? So maybe, yeah, if you're an archer, get to calculating, right? Get together with your class Discord and start doing the maths. It's probably still worth it there, because the amount of critical damage from the Legion artifact is pretty low. So that's not going to dilute your total critical damage too much. But for a bunch of other classes, like at most, it's going to take like a few levels away from your hyperstats, right? But when you get pretty far into the game, like 4, 5, or 6, the first like 8 levels of your hyperstats are essentially free, right? So you're not really going to be able to cut into too much crit rate there. Plus, remember, your Legion is going to grow and grow and grow. And as it grows, you're going to, even if you max out the boss damage, the IED, the critical damage, and have some in critical rate, and max out your mid stats, like your flat stat and your attack or magic attack, you're going to start growing into your critical rate eventually, right? Like my Legion that I definitely cannot check here because otherwise it'd be way too convenient for this example. I probably can't even check it here, can I? Content, please. Nope, of course not. Switch to another character. I'm sorry. Technical difficulties. Elevator music while we wait for these. Please listen to these short messages while we relog. Boom. Right, so you can see like boss damage is full, critical damage, critical, and these are full in the middle as well, and there's still this much in crit rate because there's like nowhere else for it to really go. Like secondary stat, nah, right? So even with this extra critical rate, which is like 24%, that is already pushing out a lot of crit rate like out of the inner ability here. Like you see, I have 2 in my hyper stats. I do have my link skills on, but not all of them. You see, I don't have the Phantom link in here, right? And I don't have decent sharp eyes on. I'm already at 91% on a low critical rate class. That is the hero. So even this guy is going to be rolling out of that. So plan long term for that, inner ability wise. We'll probably be talking quite a bit about inner ability. I do plan to make a video on that. It was a little bit too short notice for this inner ability sale for this 50% off, but I do want to have it ready for the next one. So hopefully that'll give you more details on all of that. Yes, so 3 presets. And then there are character presets, 5 of them. So you can select a bunch of the different things. Oh, the thing that we wanted to see in here, because we no longer need vMatrix presets, right? That would have been necessary if they hadn't done the changes where you max out at 260 and get all of the slots available. They kind of headed that off by doing this. But there were other things that we wanted in. Oh yeah, so maybe a keyboard preset, right? Because some people might change their keyboard layout for mobbing or bossing, depending on like what they're doing, where all the buffs are, right? Maybe when you're bossing, your combo key is all of your buffs, and maybe when you're mobbing, your combo keys are all of your coupons to keep them up, right? But I don't think they added them because they said equipment preset, hyperstat, ability preset, legion preset, and link skill preset. Yeah, so they're not doing keyboard preset, sadly. For GMS, I'm gonna do my best to try to get them to add a familiar preset to that, and also make all the familiar presets available, and not like 2 of them, and then you have to buy the extra and blah blah blah. I'm gonna try to see if I can fight hard to get that done, but I mean, I can't make any promises, obviously, because it's non-KMS content, so I don't know if that's gonna make it, but I think that would be cool if that would get added here. Just in general, allowing for all the presets, right, for familiars, because you've got, you know, you got your mobbing, you've got your bossing, you've got your you need healing, you got your I'm leveling up familiars and I want to rank them up kind of thing, right? So you want a different amount of presets there. You don't have to constantly buying familiar presets is probably like the most annoying thing. More so than buying Legion presets. And then Legion itself is going to visually be changed as well here, because we're going to have the tab, right, for the Legion artifact here, and then Legion itself on the other tab. So that's going to have the the value. I don't know why. Okay, so they are going to include like your resource as well here in the beginning tab. All right, so they're adding that. But yeah, for Legion, all the 5 presets will be given by default. You won't have to extend them anymore. So given that they're doing that logic, I think there's a okay chance, that there's something of a chance, a non-zero chance that they can do that maybe for familiars as well. And like we talked about before, so the cost for switching between the inner abilities is gone in Korea now. The boss entry UI has been added, so basically you can just click in the boss entry UI and you'll immediately be sent to the boss, like into the boss kind of thing, and practice mode. So you can immediately enter the boss fight from anywhere, right? You don't have to be in the pre-map for the boss itself. So that's going to make that a lot faster. They've got some new art. We can go through these again real quick. Some of these are, you know, we've already seen before. Some of these are quite cool and new. Sigma's one is quite nice, of course. Slightly different will art. Giant floating butthole still there. There you go. A little fancy new art. If you go into practice mode, you'll be able to select any of the buffs you have available that might have cooldown, and you can just activate them, and then you'll have them, and then you won't have them when you leave, but they won't go on cooldown. So you can try with guild skills, with more expensive potions that you have without consuming one of the potions. So that's all a cool extra. I'm not keeping up with the test server stuff, because Max has already highlighted in the beginning what was changing. Yeah, so that's talking about the buffs. Maple auction, basically just more default purchase slots. Bulk purchasing is available, because, you know, some people buy a whole bunch and then they have to find a whole bunch of auctions. They just want to buy, like, I want to buy 500, and they'll just buy the 500 cheapest ones that they can find, kind of thing, you know. This is the vMatrix change. Sorry, I said that when I was looking at this. That's part of this, of course. vMatrix change is you can open up a bunch of nodes at once, so it'll just open up a huge screen with all of the nodes that you just opened. You don't have to sit through every single animation, which is a logical conclusion, but, you know, again, most of these systems, you feel like that should have been a case the whole time. What they do is they have the system like that until, you know, everyone has moved on to the 6th job, and now they can make the 5th job like a much more streamlined, because now, you know, that's like an afterthought for a lot of people in terms of like going through that. So or you're going to start doing it on a lot more characters, so now it's going to be way more tedious and much more time consuming if they don't. You can also mass level up nodes. So if you just open 400 nodes, and you want to select the bunch that you want to level up, don't do Decent Fun's Blessing, don't do Speed Infusion, and don't do Decent Hyperbody. These are bad examples. But it's actually good. Well, it's kind of a good example because he opened a bunch of nodes, and these are still level 1, as they should be, and he hasn't leveled them. So those are the ones that he can show, but those are also the ones you don't want to level, right? For that very reason. Then there's some skill changes. Earth Shower was also... You see these skills that are affecting Yano's skill are also affecting the Earth Shower skill. And then a few Kali skills. I think those are still the only two that they're working on. Black Heaven was more streamlined. They did that. They kept that in. There's a few minor changes. MPE was added to the boss menu, so you can have an easier time finding a team. Combat power is added for people who don't know yet. An update before this in Korea, they added combat power, which is like the new number that they want you to look at to see how strong someone is rather than the damage range, because they finally realized that the damage range is a very bad number to look at. It doesn't really give that much predictive capability. But with that also came a huge overhaul of the people's stat window, where you can see a lot more relevant information than our stat windows have now. Plus you can also see other people's stat window, and there's an open API for that as well, where people can pull information from that stat window. So hopefully that'll see some tools being developed within the community that we can use to just have more information on how strong people are and what they can do, Don't keyboard presets already exist in game? Yes, but I would have liked to see keyboard presets be linked to the character presets as like, oh, I'm going to be bossing, boom, I can select this keyboard preset and it's going to be good. I'm surprised that Korea didn't mention that or fight for that, or that they got that in. I would have expected that to have gotten in between Tespia and the live server. API for auto calculator, something like that, or I think on Twitch for a tool as well, right? So that if I'm on a character, someone could just have the API on the screen, you can just click it and you can just see all of my stats of all of my equips, and you could just see everything when I'm on a character, and you don't have to like ask me or have me like hover over all of my characters' info or stuff like that, right? I think that would be really cool. But Twitch is also discontinuing in Korea, so I don't know if Koreans are going to develop any kind of tools like that for Twitch, or like add-ons for Twitch that would work like that, because that's probably not a good time investment for them if Twitch is not going to be servicing in Korea anymore, starting in early February or mid-January or something. A bunch of the maps were changed in Vanishing Journey. I don't know if they added any there, but it's probably not the most super important thing. You just go check those maps when you're there. Rune changes. Rune of Rays looks like Lucid's Phase 2's laser pattern now. 3 lightning bolts. Rune of Giants. So the giant rune, you now get like an elixir, so you can press the harvest key again to use the elixir to grow or not, and then you stay small, so you don't have to worry about finding the buff and right-clicking it, and then another buff refreshing, and then you right-click the wrong buff, and all of that. And Rune of Treasures, so Rune of Riches, and Rune of Regeneration, Rune of Recovery will no longer appear. So lower level characters who eat through their mana. So this is the Rune of Lightning. Yeah, so you can see like zap, 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 like a mini Thunderbolty thing. This skill. That is a... Oh, I really meant to find all the rune. Oh, wow. Yeah, so a whole bunch of lasers like that. Okay, that's very different. Wait, is he flash jumping? Oh, you can flash jump in this. Okay. Well, that makes it a lot different. If you can actually move around the map now. Wow, the future is still in the future, about 6 months away, but it's in the less distant future. Flash jumping and Rune of Might. Honestly, I didn't even consider that. Yeah, that could just like save the whole rune too, honestly. Makes it way more fun. Okay, emoticons. Those changes didn't change. Yes, that was intentional. Oh, a little bit though. What is this? Oh yeah. Nope, that didn't change. Cool. A few more error fixes. A few might have been added here. Because between Tespia, people tend to find stuff. Yeah, one more for dual blade, fixing an issue where you could use blade extension repeatedly in maps that only allowed movement skills. Ooh, nerf. Crazy dual blade nerf. No, not too bad. Okay, zero changes when it's the same. Cool. Quest changes, nobody cares. Item changes are usually not that important. You'll finally be able to drop that Cartelion DT DO2 receiver. Oh, 2 extra changes here. Small concentrated experience acquisition potion was not reflected in the alchemy rare alchemy item crafter achievement. And fixing issue where a strike through line appeared awkwardly in the item quantity section when displaying a discounted cash up package product. Interesting, okay. Then some more changes here. Again, these are always just very, very minor, so I usually don't go over those too much. Change out resolutions. Okay, then we get to the actual minor patch. Legion artifact system was temporarily unavailable, has been changed so that it can be used. Crystal stats and ranks set before the maintenance will be reset. Artifact points used before the maintenance will be returned if you completed a boss mission. Okay, so there was a little bit of a problem, I guess, with the rollout. Artifact booster item sale and usage will resume. So I wonder, I mean, I hope that this is minor patch. We should get the fixed version immediately. In 6 months, they should be able to implement that into the live stuff, right? So that we don't get a broken release as well. So it seems that there was a little bit of a hiccup in the release, but that should be fixed now. Okay, improvements. Guide. No more client delays. Existing equipped image. Partition, party requirement boards. Monster Park extreme number of members has been changed to 4 people. Once they have all been recruited, the post will no longer be available to other players. Oh, maybe it was... Oh, because it was a party. Maybe it was set up to 6, and then you got 5 or 6 people in the party, even though you can only run with 4. That'd be awkward. I mean, at that point, just make 2 parties of 3. You'll be fine, right? A few more error fixes. Fix an issue where core gemstones that could not be used were used when you used the bulk core gemstone feature. V-cores acquired when you did not meet the usage requirements will be taken away during the maintenance and will be given as nodes as a later date. However, if the character met the usage requirement before the maintenance, the V-core will not be taken away. Oh, yeah, okay, so it probably opened like the True Reckoned Reflection or the Saren skill would get opened automatically, even though you couldn't open it yet. Right, that's probably the ones that they're talking about. Ability presets will now have 3-minute cooldown when switching. Oh, why? First of all, my various errors in advance when implementing presets and for conducting sufficient review. Talk about the background of preset-related error fixes that we made this time, and we were planning for future fixes. First, for the newly added ability presets, the intended experience was not for them to be used by changing them in real time for each combat situation. For the newly added ability presets, the intended experience was not for them to be used by changing them in real time for each combat situation. Okay. There's a difference between, like... It's not like we're killing a monster in damage gear and then... Or like a regular monster, and then for every single monster before we loot, we're switching in drop gear or something. Because that wouldn't even work, right? Because the loot is based on when you kill the monster. But what do you mean the experience was not just... Then what was it for? Just to have 2? And then not switch to them when it would be ideal? You're making bosses... You're giving value to bosses being killed. People are getting stronger and stronger. They're gonna have to switch more and more quickly. Like if I do Hard Lotus and Hard Damien on my strongest characters, those kills are like under 3 minutes. So you're gonna tell me that I have to... I'm gonna have to like do Hard Lotus or Hard Damien, switch, and then go and then stay in drop rate and then do like 4 other mini bosses in drop rate until for at least like 2 minutes or something, and then switch back to damage gear, and then wait outside for like a minute for hard Damien, or like wait in the wait in the rewards room until I can switch back. I guess I don't. Yeah, why not? Well, yeah, the 3 minutes is kind of just why not make it like 1 minute or something? Yeah, attack, swap, attack. Yeah. If you didn't correct this quickly, many players would have changed their ability settings. We wanted to state that this type of gameplay was not an official specification and make that clear by adding a cooldown, which is a stable and quick systematic solution. Wait. Many players would have changed their ability settings. But isn't that the goal of the system? For people to change them? Okay. There's a temporary measure, and we will make a future change that prevents abilities from being changed in certain locations. That's even worse. KMS players abused it and used a 50% buff duration to set up burst and then switch it to boss damage and stuff. That is what they meant. Gotcha. Like the familiars in TMS, right? Like they'll pop their buffs with buff duration familiars and then switch to final damage familiars once they're actually damaging and stuff. Okay, no, that's a fair point. Yeah, because buff duration is in there. Yeah. And that's why it's 3 minute cooldown, because they don't want people to abuse it on Culvert, right? So you're not going to be able to switch it in Culvert, most likely. So you want to switch to full damage stuff outside, and then go into Culvert, and then wait for your cooldowns. In addition, Legion presets can now be changed through character presets, even in places where Legion presets could not be changed in the past, but this is also not intended. And like... Okay. So who with the galaxy brain in the chat can tell me why you shouldn't be allowed to switch Legion preset either? For the same reason, just for buff duration again? So you can have buff duration in, switch. Oh god, 4 minutes. I'm gonna try, Kevin, okay? Yeah, otherwise give me like 10 to 15 minutes extra. Make it so that they cannot be changed in certain locations. Also, we try our best to minimize misunderstandings among our players by improving things like error-prone management operation methods and button displays related to ability presetting. Yeah, most likely the same reason. Once again, we sincerely apologize for not being able to prepare this update more thoroughly, and we will do our best to ensure that players enjoy the game more. Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, not a fan, but okay, they do temporarily fix because unintended use, and they're gonna fix it to make it more poignant, right? To address the issues only in the situations where they can, occur, and then get rid of the temporary fix. That's okay. That's actually a huge thing in terms of like how they're communicating that and how they are fixing that and saying that they're going to follow up on that. If they follow through with that, that's actually huge compared to how the game was run before. Because before, what they would do is they would just do this, not have any of this, no reasoning for it, no message, no whatsoever, and then just keep this forever. Until like 4 years from now when people are just too upset, and then they finally fix it. Like with the 30-minute boss re-entry cooldown, right? So in terms of like communication and fixing problems, this is actually really, really good. Okay. Compensation. Following rewards are going to be claimed through the Maple admin as compensation for the Legion artifact and various content errors. Boom. You have a problem, you've already addressed it, but you still give people free stuff. This is not just to keep people quiet, but it is to show the people that you are aware that you fucked up and that you feel like you should give people some compensation. Just to make sure that you value them as players and you value them for sitting through all of it. Not give them compensation only after they like complain so hard that you can't ignore them anymore. Give it preemptively because you know that they deserve it. And then you also don't have to give as much, and you come across as not being a douche. Events hyper burning. Boom, boom, boom. That's going to be the same. You can designate a new character or existing character between 200 and 258. See if the rewards are any different. They'll probably be mostly the same. Pre-200 is the same Eternal Voucher. 60 days on Eternal Flame Title Voucher. Is that the same 60 days? Oh, exactly. Unique Eternal Ring. Level 5 symbol, 8 in Burning World. Was it 8 in Burning World or was it 7 last time? Around the same, right? 50 nodes, 50 nodes, 50 nodes. I think that's the same. Level 5 symbol, Absolab or Dominator. Level 5 and 50, level 5, the set and 50, level 5, 2 EXP, 1500. Yeah, I think that's all Karma Meister cubes. I don't know if that one is different than now. Can I check that on not my burning character? Are the rewards here? Yeah. 5 and 50, 5 and 50 in the outfit. 5 and 2. Oh, 240 had 2 and 50. And 100, yeah. 2 and 30 and 100. Okay. Title 2 and 100. And they're the maple points. Okay, and then 2 and another 100, and then 100 of the... Okay, so that's just the same as now. Yep. Terra Blink. Just crunch? Yeah, I've been yelling for that for a while. We'll see about that. Start Terra Blink, rolled in a hat, so level 200 in no time. In World in a Hat, you can complete a total of 23 missions, and you clear each mission, you will receive a large amount of experience, and certain stages will provide items and rewards. Elixirs, pet outfit, necklace, brilliant necklace. Okay. Spiegelman's hat chair. Oh, it's going to be that chair, I believe. And you jump out of it. Okay. Spiegelman's diary. Oh. 7 stamps, 100 selective arcane symbol vouchers, 5 monster park entries, 10 missions gift weather effect vouchers, 2000 power elixirs, 2 half-hour triple EXPs, 50 nodes, and 5 selective VIP vouchers. Okay, those aren't like insane rewards, but they're a nice little extra bonus for doing this. Okay. Okay. If you collect 35 or more stamps for Spiegelman's Diary, you can receive the stamp mission reward. Spiegelman's Brilliant Hat effect. Oh. With a 5-dimensional... or 4-dimensional cube floating behind you. So what does it look like? Well, that's a bunch of portals. Look at that EXP bar, bro. Okay, it's level 44. 47. Setting stats, I don't know. You can do it again 3 seconds later. 50. Alright, we're 53. Yeah, so what many other games have done is just like number crunch, right? Like level crunch and stuff like that. Maple's just like, let's just make you level even fucking faster. So the numbers actually don't mean anything anymore. Which, when you think about it, mathematically, it's more genius, right? Because people get those dopamine hits way more in the beginning of getting all those levels. The downside is that people feel like they're leveling slowly, much more quickly, because they're comparing it to needing a half a second per level, you know? So the hacks should be on the website. I think everyone's figured it out. Burning World. As always, with extra rewards, World Leap. So you still have early leap as well, but not for the restriction of those items like we read in the beginning. What is this? This Burning World has a new Burning World step up with a bunch new stuff. Again, only the Burning World characters only go to non-reboot. So again, for reboot, we have no use of this. Question though, why is it they're only Burning World for non-reboot? You could say that's something to do with the early levels and with the EXP differences between reboot and non-reboot and everything. And that's fair, that would be fair. But now we don't have those EXP differences anymore. So why is there not a reboot Burning World where we can get a bunch of those free stuff and move the characters on to reboot for the characters for the people who are starting over in reboot? I haven't seen any communication about that or any kind of reply on that. That's a lot of extra stuff. Jeez. We all know why. Because they make more money per average non-reboot user versus average reboot user. So they want to funnel more people into non-reboot. So they can make more lifetime earnings per player. Obviously. You can add early world promoting. Yeah, if you have those items. I just mentioned that, bro. For Reboot World from December, you can receive 2 Mega Burning Boosters. That's the same! Thank you! For the record, this might not even come to GMS, because historically this has been given in KMS several times, but we have never gotten that in Reboot. So there's a good chance this doesn't make it. So, you know, before you start planning which characters to mega burn in the summer, consider that. Then we have the World Leap. Yeah, then we have Winter Event Lucky Line in a Dream. Oh, we have some music. It's gonna be super loud. Hang on. She has long arms. Wait, she can, like... If she stands up straight, she can, like, touch her ankles. Wait, her arms are, like, super long. She can, like, grab her calves standing up. These proportions, dude. These unrealistic body proportions for women in video games. Yeah. Dream Chaser. Oh god, what is this? What is this art? Steve. Cutscene. Is it like fan art from people that they put in there? 6 special keywords. Ragdoll in a Dream NPC. Bunch of stuff. Wait, did you buy this? You're gonna find 6 special keywords throughout the event. You can talk to the ragdoll in major towns and use the keywords. Oh, you can just get it. Okay. Midnight Party. There's gonna be the main login thing. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's the big potion. Level up to from 269 to 270 with this one. That's the one you do want to plan for. Daily and weekly. Alright, so daily party can be once a day upon logging in just by pressing the button. Whenever you complete it, you will see 500 dream fragments and the following rewards. Okay, let's listen to the second song too. Ah, we recognize this one, don't we? Minor versus major. You can click the daily pass to spend 3,000 if you miss a day. First reward, 5 half-hour triple EXP. That's where they're starting. Okay, so instead of giving like 300 double EXP coupons, they're just giving us triple EXP instead for this one. Looks good. 300/60 voucher. So not as many vouchers as before. Well, about the same. But there would be 300/60 vouchers. God, that's a lot of stuff. Maximum growth potion. And one soul Urda. Nice. They're adding like 1 soul Urda here to these. Be like, it's not quite enough. 1 soul Urda. There you go. Now it's fair. 500 triple EXP, trade boost potions. Okay, a lot of the same. Is there a damage skin, unit skin? Oh. God, am I blind? What is that? Can I do Control F unit? Lifeline damage unit skin in the Dance Fragment shop. And there's one from the Dreamer. There's 2 unit skins. There's this one. And then there's the Lacaline one that you can buy. This one. Those both look okay. Dude, I still wish you could take away the crit nerves one. Did I see limit of 5? Unit. Yes, limit of 5. Yeah. So you could get 6 characters a unit skin if you want to with this event. It's pretty good. Where were we? Oh my god, this event is massive. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. Are you serious? I'm still... I haven't even gotten to the... Okay. Okay, so there's all of this stuff. Okay. And then there's the weeklies on top of that. There's this Transcendent Growth Potion gives 1 level up between 200 and 269. Yup. And then there's Weekly Party. Oh my god, yeah, that wasn't included yet. In all the daily stuff. 5 EXP nodes, Ring Selector, Legendary Ring Coupon, 100, 200, 300 Black Cubes. Black Flames, sorry. Oh, dude, look at how much EXP coupon EXP this is. This is 1,000? 3 times a week for the whole event. Oh my god, that's so many free levels. God damn. Wait, and there were some here as well, right? Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3 here. And then another 3 per week here. God, that's so much stuff. That's going to be a lot of levels for like low-level mules and everything. And then there's a fairy heart at the end, so you don't have to pay your 4 bill for that. With the new Lucidroid as well. It has an EXP coupon the same as you get currently in a minigame. Yeah, that's going to give you like the same percentage scaling with your level, yeah. Once per day, 3 times per week. Defeat 2,000 monsters in your level range. Boom. Done. Damn, all of that stuff. Total of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 EXP nodes. Jeez. 2 unique scrolls. 1 legendary scroll for a ring. Probably 17 star. Karma scroll, yeah. 20 Karma Black Rebirth Flames in Reboot. Oh, that's another 20 Black Flames for us. So that's a total of 320 Black Flames. Take those. And the heart, yeah. Legendary Circulator. Okay. This is going to be... You can use this event icon. Shining points and secret points every time you complete a weekly party and the midnight party. You will receive points from the first and second time you complete the party quest. Weekly party quest. Okay. And then for the first and 9th weeks you receive 20, and the 10th and on week you receive 30. You receive 40 shining points. Oh, for the skill. Okay. Skill goes up to level 6 again, so that's probably going to be pretty similar to what we have now, but there's something extra. Skill levels. The stats of the Dream Skin level 6 are as follows. 40, 40, 40. 30 crit rate, 30 buff duration, 15% EXP, 60, 60. No Sacred Power added there yet. What is that, though? The secret points to enhance your Secret Dream skill up to level 4. They will be up to 100% increase in Soul Urda energy when defeating boss monsters, 100% increase in chance to register new monsters to the monster collection, 30% increase in experience acquired from Pollo Frito Express portals, 50% increase in experience acquired from Monster Park and Monster Park Extreme, 40% increase in experience acquired and 6 additional symbols from completing Arcane River daily quests, or 40% increase in experience acquired and 4 additional symbols for completing Grandest daily quests. Whew. And that's like an additional rank up above all the regular skill. Oh, wow. No, sorry, I don't think it's party quest. I think it's just your weeklies. It says complete the weekly party. I think they just mean doing your weeklies. Just like it is now, right? Where it gives you the points. But yeah, extra grandest symbols, a 40% extra EXP of what you already get. That's going to be massive for those daily gamers. Then, Lacaline in a Dream, Winter Feast. That's just the, yeah, this is the skill that empowers, activates, blows everything up, gives you a bunch of extra experience. Activate multiple times, good stuff. Very similar to what we have now, right? Midnight Dream Catcher. Oh, Ragdoll. Okay. Okay. Characters between level 101 and 260. Buffs will be removed, and you will acquire the exclusive buff skill. 400% experience, 50 weapon magic dexterity. Okay, so the goal, I think, for this is kind of like the food storehouse now, but only up to 260. 50 minutes to feed 1,000 monsters, and then a powerful doll. Yeah, so this is like the food storehouse equivalent. Okay. Then Monster Arcade. What is that? 3 competitive minigames. Okay, so not like now that there's one minigame, but there's like multiple ones that you can do. 1 card, colorful invitations. Oh, and the other ones have not been announced yet, so we'll see that in later patch notes. You can acquire dance fragments based on up to 500 dance fragments per day per world. And is this a daily or a weekly? You need to pause your patch notes or read faster. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. It's gonna be. We know how 1 card works. We know how colorful minigames works. You just press the button. Monster Arcade Collection rewards. Looks cute. Yeah, all of this will have more information on later patch notes because they haven't fully detailed it yet. Yeah, I'll update those on KMS. Yep. See. No Gold Richie treasure hunt. Oh my god, it doesn't end. Look at how much stuff there is. It's like there's more stuff every time. Oh, VIP boosters. Gotcha, gotcha. Flame monsters. Also like a mini haste booster thingy again. No patch, that's for GMS. Like in a dream. Oh, so here's the fragment shop. Yeah. What is that a chicken with garlic? What the? Is that a cock? Yep, cock. Mezzo pouches. These are standard items. Nothing new here. Primal droplet stone. Wait, what's a primal droplet stone? That's just the other. They're just the regular droplets, right? Is that called primal droplet stone in Korea? That's so weird. Growth. So we still have those. Select the VIP. Oh, 5 per day limit. Okay, that's cool. So we can buy all the EXP coupons. Triple EXP coupons limit per day. Sheesh. Dance fragment voucher. So you can transfer your coins to the other coin. And then buy stuff with the other coins. Circulators up to 10 black circulators. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. And then the fragment shop. So you can exchange with the fragments. That's for the weekly bosses. Oh, so you can hard force maxing out this shop by getting coins for the other shop. That's okay. That's a cool new system. How does it go? 700, 1200 for Extreme Seren, Kalos, and Kaling. And Black Mage doesn't give it again because Black Mage is monthly, so they don't wanna mess with those. And then here are all the items. These seem pretty similar to what we usually have. A lot of items here, but in Reboot we don't see many of those because they're non-Reboot limited. But mostly drop the VIP buff, droplets, flames, circulators, and then symbols. Yeah, up to Carcion, so all of them available. Limit of 250, 150, 80, 50, 30, 20. I think that's a bit more than now, or around the same as now. So, yeah. Okay. Okay. And then another... Wait, Dream Fragment Shop. Wait, didn't you already put this? Oh, and then here's all the cosmetic stuff. Yeah, so that has the unit damage skin, other damage skins, outfits, chairs, mounts, bed. any and all of those. Lots of stuff. And then the Mezzo shop, because, you know, who has enough shops? I guess the main question is there another heart in here since we're already getting one from the login things, right? And I'm guessing that's a... no? No, it doesn't seem like they're Control F heart. No, so they removed that one from the shop and just gave it as a guarantee and reward for everyone instead. Would be cool if you could just buy one extra if you wanted to, but... okay, understandable. Here's some items that you can buy with the heroes. Cool, cool, cool. Snow Duck Maker, please stop with more events. I'm so late for... Jesus Christ. Oh, because it's like Christmas stuff on top of that too. So we won't see this until for another year. So this is not going to be part of the summer update for us. It's just the Snow Duck Maker. Okay. So you can have an effect. And then there's a hidden mission. What is this? And then a cash up transfer event. And then Sunny Sundays that we... plus 250% Monster Park clear experience. Base 100% plus Sunny benefit plus Sunday Maple benefit 250 is 400%. Wait, and there's the event skill as well that allows you to get more EXP from MPE, right? On top of that? Oh wait, they have given them ahead of time all of the Sunny Sundays now, which they usually not do. One Soul Urda, Maple Life Money Box, Shining Star Force on January 7th, and Miracle Time. Double tier upgrade for all cubes? For all cubes? For cubes with the ceiling system, every 1 cube used during Miracle Time will be counted as 2 for the ceiling. For all cubes? Okay, so an interesting Miracle Time buff, Shining, Monster Park, EXP buff. Okay. The ceiling system, they have got like in KMS they added a pity system. When you use a bunch of cubes and you don't get a tier up, your rates go up basically after a while. But for GMS, we don't have that. Okay. Well, as we listen to this new song, so some nice additions, I think, compared to KMST, and then an insanely huge event with so much stuff. Like, these event shops are getting crazy, honestly. So once these events draws nearer, we'll definitely go over it again for GMS, but again, that will not be until like 5.5 months from now until we get any kind of announcements around that. And there will be extra updates for this event in Korea probably in about a month plus, so we'll go over them when they come as well. Until then, thanks for checking this out, and hopefully this is helpful for you to stay up to date, up to speed with all the stuff that's going on in Korea and all of the cool things we look forward to. So definitely think about the interoperability stuff. That's a long-term thing that you do want to think about, but I'll make extra content for that, so stay tuned for that. Yes, with all that, thanks for watching, and hopefully you're excited about some of this stuff that's coming, because it's looking amazing. Right, bye.